Okay, at CenturyLink, we use baseline stationing. We do not use the running line stationing. And on the prints, our baseline has a tick every 100 feet. Equations may be necessary at intersections. Examples that we would use for our baseline is the center line of the railroad track, the center of the road, the edge of the road, the white line at the edge of the road, the back of the curb, whatever runs the straightest and truest and is more easy to use in the future. All callouts to fixed objects have stations and offsets to the baseline. So if there's a pole, you would put a little circle on the prints, put pole, a station number, and an offset to the baseline. An example of fixed objects are poles, pedestals, manholes, marker posts for other people. Fixed objects are very important to our technicians to figure out where they are on the prints. And as far as a board that goes straight across the road, if it goes straight across the road, it's going to have the exact station at begin and end of bore. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, here is an example where the fog line is the baseline. The fog line is the white line at the edge of the road. It's labeled. You can see there's a tick on it every 100 feet. And all callouts to the running line have dimension arrows to that baseline. Here, the main track, the baseline has a tick every 100 feet. The siding tracks have a tick every 50 feet. And as you can see, all of our running line callouts are offsets to the baseline. And there's a point of switch. Point of switch is very... Where'd it go? Yeah, there's, I don't know why that switch is there, but that point of switch on the tracks is important for finding where you're at if there's any future work. But you see this pole right here has a station number and is 30-foot offset from the baseline. Now, when you get to, this isn't that good of an example of a baseline change, but you can see here, here's US 41, here's the, where are we at here? Here's the edge of the road. Look at the top of my fingers, EOP. Here's the edge of the road, EOP, and you can see we're using the center line as our baseline here. Now they stationed this off. They used the center line of this road and they used the center line of this road. So there's going to be an equation there at the baseline change. Now you can see that our stationing is going to go all the way down here, and then when we get to that point is very important. I will explain that in another video. But that point is very important because at that point you take your wheel, you spin it around, and your baseline has changed, and you keep wheeling off down that way. So when they did this, if you can see, we turned down this road and they bored all across this road, and then if you look at the next print, they set a hand hole and came back over and pretty much went down down in the road, which is what they did. It's a little old gravel road. So He continued that when the guy that drew this did it fine. He used his stationing on this bore. He used the stationing from US 41, and he came down and he kept the same station, and then he kept the same offsets. And there he put the equation, and now the all of this stationing basically right in here isn't used, so that's why there's a whatever, about a 200-foot station equation there. And then starting here, he changed his baseline on his offsets, and now everything is he's taking offsets to the center of this road right here, and he comes down in here and keeps going that way. Okay, and that's all I got on this. And let's look at this. See all of this lanes and medians and stuff? Medians are pretty nice, but all of this stuff is unnecessary work for me. I really don't need it. And you can see this railroad track here, that's all wrong because our railroad tracks have a tick every 100 feet. Okay. And what else do I got here? I got one more thing to show you. Here, I was just going to show you all of these turn lanes and arrows and all that stuff. It's nice, but you're wasting plenty of time on that when you should be concentrating on getting the other important items straight. You know, I get as-built from inspectors that, oh, they're nice and pretty and they look really nice, but they're wrong. And if they're wrong, they're no good. So that concludes this video.